Imagine standing at the edge of a towering cliff. Behind you lies everything you've ever known. Your routines, your comfort zone, even the familiar weight of your doubts and fears. Ahead, a vast expanse of the unknown. It's hazy, unpredictable, maybe even a little bit intimidating. But hidden within that uncertainty lies a world of endless possibilities. Now, pause for a second. Yes, you. Don't just skim over this. Really imagine yourself there. Feel the wind on your face. Hear the distant echo of waves crashing below. Got it? Okay, now ask yourself, what would you do? Stay rooted in the safety of what's familiar? Or take a daring step forward into the uncharted? This is the challenge that Alan Watts poses to us every single day. Life, he reminds us, isn't about clinging to the known. It's about stepping boldly into the unknown. How often do we actually do that? No judgment, I'm guilty too. Over the next few minutes, we'll dive deep into what it truly means to embrace uncertainty. It's not as scary as you think. In fact, it might just be the secret to genuine freedom and lasting happiness. The illusion of separateness. Imagine being a wave in the ocean, confidently thinking, I'm totally my own thing. But are you really? Alan Watts flips this idea on its head, gently reminding us that the wave and the ocean aren't separate, they're one and the same. So, who are you really? Picture a moment when you felt isolated, maybe doom scrolling on social media, silently comparing yourself to everyone else's highlight reels. Ouch, right? That sting of disconnection is all too real. But Watts says it's all an illusion. He envisions the universe as one giant, never-ending dance. And guess what? We're not the dancers, we're the dance itself. Imagine a performance where the music, the choreography, and the stage blend into one seamless flow. You're not just a solo act, you're a vital beat in the grand, cosmic rhythm. Now, let's pause for a sec. Are you raising your eyebrow at this? Maybe thinking, okay, but how does this actually change anything? Glad you asked. Imagine realizing you're inherently linked to everything around you. The strangers sitting beside you on the bus, the trees swaying in the breeze, even the stars twinkling overhead. It's like being part of a never-ending, universal jam session. And you're right there in the mix. This sense of connection can also bring a quiet, grounding peace. You might start noticing nature in ways you hadn't before. The soft rustle of leaves, the warmth of sunlight brushing your skin. Conversations might feel deeper, richer, when you're truly present. And the roller coaster of life? It feels a whole lot smoother when you know you're part of something vast and interconnected. But let's not gloss over the big questions this raises. If we're not separate, what does that mean for how we think about life, death, and everything in between? The answers might not come easily, but the search for them? That's part of the dance. The art of letting go. Picture yourself at a crowded train station, clutching a schedule and frantically trying to command every train to arrive exactly when you want it to. Absurd, right? Yet, that's precisely how many of us approach life. Obsessively trying to control every twist and turn instead of learning to flow with its natural rhythm. Alan Watts invites us to rethink this relentless quest for control. He suggests that our fixation on outcomes and our need to manipulate every detail may actually hold us back. It's a challenging idea, especially when we've been conditioned to believe that success stems from meticulous planning and unwavering control. But what if this approach is flawed? What if clinging too tightly to life's reins is the very thing limiting us? Compare life to playing jazz. You don't rigidly follow a script. Instead, you improvise, adapt, and find harmony in the moment. The art lies in embracing the unpredictable, not trying to dictate it. This philosophy isn't just poetic, it's practical. Take Albert Einstein, who often credited his greatest insights to moments of relaxation, like playing the violin or daydreaming. By letting his mind roam freely, he stumbled upon groundbreaking ideas. Similarly, Steve Jobs attributed Apple's iconic design to a seemingly unrelated calligraphy class. These examples show how letting go and embracing the unexpected can spark profound creativity and innovation. Admittedly, letting go is daunting. It requires confronting uncertainty and relinquishing the illusion of control. But studies reveal that individuals who accept life as it unfolds often experience greater happiness and reduced anxiety. Imagine starting each day with a sense of calm and openness rather than stress and rigidity. How can you cultivate this mindset in your everyday life? Here are some simple, actionable steps. 1. When stress takes over, pause and take 3 deep, mindful breaths. 2. Write down your worries and identify what's within your power to change. 3. Dedicate just 5 minutes a day to meditation or quiet reflection. 4. When plans go pear-shaped, challenge yourself to find at least one positive outcome. By loosening your grip on control, you might discover unexpected creativity, resilience, and even joy in life's unpredictability. Like a seasoned sailor, you'll learn to navigate turbulent waters with grace. But this raises an important question. If we're not in control, how do we face life's inevitable challenges? Let's explore that next. The wisdom of not knowing. We're often told that knowledge is power, but what if the real power lies in embracing, not knowing? Alan Watts believed that true wisdom comes not from having all the answers, but from staying open to uncertainty. In a world that glorifies expertise and certainty, this idea feels almost rebellious. Yet, it may hold the secret to navigating life's twists and turns. Thinking back to a time when you thought you had it all figured out. Maybe it was your first job, where you planned to climb the corporate ladder in record time. Or perhaps it was a relationship you thought was destined for forever. How did that work out? If you're like most of us, life probably threw you a curveball that you never saw coming. If you're sitting there thinking, nah, I've never been overconfident, guess what? That might actually prove the point. Yeah, I went there. The Dunning-Kruger effect shows how people who think they know everything often know the least. Overconfidence can act like blinders, narrowing your perspective and causing you to miss key details. In practical terms, this might mean overlooking better job opportunities or struggling to adapt when relationships or plans take an unexpected turn. On the flip side, when you embrace not knowing, doors start to open. You become more curious, adaptable, and willing to explore new ideas. History is full of breakthroughs that came from questioning the status quo. Quantum physics shattered our understanding of reality, and Impressionist art challenged the way we see the world, all because someone dared to say, what if we're wrong? How can embracing uncertainty enrich your life? Imagine waking up each day with a sense of curiosity instead of pressure to have all the answers. You might find yourself more creative, compassionate, and resourceful. You'd be less tethered to rigid expectations and more open to discovering solutions and opportunities you hadn't considered before. This is what Watts called cultivating a beginner's mind. It's about staying curious, humble, and open to learning, no matter how much you think you already know. Want to give it a try? Start with these steps. 1. Ask the right question. Begin your day by asking, what's one thing I don't know today? Let this spark curiosity as you approach new challenges. 2. Expand your options. When faced with a problem, challenge yourself to think of 5 solutions you've never considered, even if they seem unconventional. 3. Seek different perspectives. Talk to someone whose views you disagree with. Instead of debating, just listen. It's not about changing their mind, but expanding your own. By embracing uncertainty, you create space for growth, innovation, and meaningful connections. You become more present, less attached to rigid outcomes, and more engaged with life's possibilities. But how do you take this mindset into your everyday life in a way that's practical and impactful? Your greatest power doesn't lie in controlling tomorrow or regretting yesterday. It's right here, right now. Research shows that focusing on the present moment isn't just good advice. It's neuroscience gold. Studies reveal that being present can actually rewire your brain, boosting areas linked to emotional balance and self-awareness. Think of it as upgrading your mental operating system, one mindful moment at a time. How much of today have you spent replaying that awkward argument from 5 years ago? Yeah, I know you just thought about it again. Maybe you've been thinking, I should have said that instead. Sound familiar? I invite you to step off this mental treadmill and embrace life as it unfolds. He likened life to music. It's not about rushing to the final note, but savoring the melody as it plays. Imagine if your favorite song ended after the first verse because you were in a hurry to get to the chorus. Ridiculous, right? The same goes for life. And hey, before you ask, yes, this means the awkward dance you did at your cousin's wedding counts as part of the melody. Own it. Here's how to make this philosophy work for you. Taste your food. Don't just inhale it. The next time you eat, put your phone down. Notice the flavors, the textures, even the sound of a good crunch. It's like upgrading your meal from fast food to fine dining. No extra cost. Listen like a pro. In conversations, stop planning your next witty comeback and actually hear what the other person is saying. It might shock you how much more interesting they become. Find zen in the everyday chores. Folding laundry? Pay attention to the feel of the fabric, the rhythm of your movements. Even chores can feel oddly satisfying. Getting better at being present doesn't require a life overhaul. Start small. Set a reminder to pause and take 3 deep breaths during your day. Try mindful walking. Notice the sound of your steps, the feel of the ground beneath you. When your thoughts wander, and they will, gently steer them back without beating yourself up. People who practice presence often report feeling calmer, more grateful, and better able to roll with life's punches. They're not ignoring the past or the future. They're just refusing to let those thoughts hijack the now. So, as we wrap up this journey through Watt's wisdom, remember, the present is a gift you can keep unwrapping. Why not start right now? Take a deep breath, look around, and truly notice where you are. That small act might just be the first step toward a richer, more connected life. Here's an action plan for you. 1. Start your day with a simple reminder. Take a deep breath and say, I'm part of everything around me. 2. When stress hits, pause. Stop trying to control everything. Notice how your thoughts and feelings shift when you let go of that pressure. 3. Choose one task today and do it with fresh eyes. Approach it as if it's your first time. 4. Set a timer for 5 minutes and immerse yourself in the present. Use all your senses to fully experience the world around you. Remember, you're not just part of the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. Every choice you make shapes your reality, weaving your unique thread into the grand cosmic tapestry. By embracing these practices, you're not just changing your thoughts, but transforming your connection to yourself and the world. Start today, take one mindful step, and watch how your life begins to unfold in extraordinary ways. For more videos on practical spirituality, subscribe to my channel and enjoy each video, one breath at a time.